Welcome my friends, Spider-Man 2099 is the hottest new card here in Snap. 4/6 stat line. The first time this moves to a location, destroy an enemy card there. Promising to potentially be a Shang-Chi for the movement archetype. Let's break down what we are getting. So the way this sets up is that you play him to a single location, you move him to a new location, he will attempt to destroy a card there. It's not on reveal, it's not ongoing. He would even be able to destroy through Cosmo, though Cosmo is not very prevalent in the meta right now. It's something to be aware of that he always is able to trigger unless there is something blocking it like the Professor X or the armor. Now, he does have a lot of limitations. He does not destroy after multiple moves. He only destroys after the first move, and it's also completely wasted if you move him to a location where the opponent has no valid targets. If you move him to an empty location and then move him to another location later where the opponent does have cards, he will not activate again. It's just on that first move where he's checking for a target. He also cannot destroy face down cards. He only tracks face up cards or treats those as valid targets. So, a lot of limitations here. There's a lot of benefits as well. He is potentially able to knock over Dracula, potentially able to kill something like a Lockjaw, a Bishop, all of these mid-game engine pieces that otherwise were very hard to control for because they didn't have a lot of power to get knocked over by the Shang-Chi, or they weren't a one-cost. It's really the other destroy trigger that we have in Killmonger and Elektra. Spider-Man 2099 gives you the potential control up against your opponent. It is of course inconsistent because destroying an enemy card there is a random enemy card there. He's not necessarily going to be able to kill that priority piece, but some of these mid-game cards that the opponent is playing is the engine of their entire deck, and it's worth it to be able to take your pot shots at them to see if you can thin the herd. I think that 2099's best home, he can play within the designated move archetype. I'll show a list for that one in a second, but I think his best home, the one that we're going to showcase today, is in the Stature Black Bolt mid-range list that is running a full movement package. So we have Hawk, we have a Black Bolt, we got the Stature, and then we've got the 2099 keying off of Iron Fist and the Ghost Spider to be able to activate him. Spider-Man Miles Morales looking to get activated off of any of these other movement pieces. Also the Silk, a great chance to be able to play your Silk if you so happen to have her. If you don't, just run Dagger or run the Vulture. The extra reliability in terms of someone else that wants to be moved around by the Iron Fist or the Ghost Spider should be able to combo in fairly well. Checking out Move Force for the full move list. I think that while some move decks had been moving away from running Heimdall at all because Spider-Man 2099 gets played down in the mid-game, you're looking at wanting to go back to Heimdall and really keying up for a huge Heimdall shuffle towards the end of the game. You can just start setting up all of your movement engine pieces and then pop down that Heimdall to be able to shuffle everything together and stomp on the opponent, scale all of your carries at once, a huge burst of power going into that final turn. And if you hit the combos right, if you're able to key off of important locations, this deck can do very well, but it is very draw dependent as well. You can easily end up with a hand that is all cards that want to be moved or all cards that do moving and not be able to mesh the two together, and those games feel very dead. So that's why I think that the better version is ultimately going to be 2099 Problems. Jumping in for our showcase. If you guys have a list that has been working with 2099 or a different idea on how you are incorporating him, I would love to hear about it. I would love to test this card out more. Just struggling to be able to find all those different options. You could run him in Sarah, like a Sarah Miracle list. Could be happy to be able to play him because a lot of the move package cards have enjoyed playing alongside things like Angela, which is really good in the Sarah Miracle list. I'll pass here. Coming into turn 4. Man, it's hard to deny setting up Zabu for the extra energy efficiency, though I don't know on all the rest I want to play. I think I am going to go Zabu. Wait on the Ghost Spider. That's my activation for 2099 should he appear. Should he appear. Oh boy, they got the Kingpin. No. I have a feeling a couple other people are trying to experiment with the 2099 shenanigans. Go Rockslide. Hang on. You play it like this. Silk. Silk, my girl, how are you ever going to survive the Kingpin? I don't know if it's possible. I have to imagine that she's going to swing around enough on the final turn to get stomped at some point, but that's the price we pay. We do something like this. Would love to see Hawk get pulled. Rockslide's going to kick Silk, which is going to discount the Miles. All starts coming together. Honestly, getting stature pulled wouldn't be too bad either. Just the 6 points. Pretty clean, pretty clean. Kingpin Goose. Dazzler? Luke Cage. Alright, well, now I'm confused. What are you? What are you doing? You're gonna play Shanna or something? Why do you have Kingpin? We got Miles. Well, my discounted Miles. He goes Jug. No one to kick. Your lane's full. I'm sorry, my brother, but your lane is full. Am I crazy, or does this just work? Oh, but that would kick Silk. I can't do that. Oh, no. And he'll be able to scale the Dazzler if he fills another location. Yeah. Okay. Is there something... Is there another way that I want to play this? I can, of course, play Hawk on the left. And then Silk comes out. She's free then. I would play Hawk last. Ghost Spider would be able to key off, what, Rockslide? Yeah. Rockslide, buddy, I know you're feeling big and fat now. You're not actually. There's no way that you hang on at the throne room to your lead. So I'll do this, and then I guess I'll do this. It does mean that Silk then isn't able to make it in. I would like it if Silk could land on the icebox. I'll try this. It goes double right. Is it the Shanna? Why would it be the Shanna? Shanna would not make sense. There we go. Max. Into. Oh no, the Silk moved. No. We knew. Ah. We still take those. So it's a stare at threes, but it's running the Kingpin Juggernaut. It just had Juggernaut pulled to the Grand Central rather than being able to play it over here to kick something to the side. I got you. Luke's Bar. Luke's Bar could actually be a sneaky dub for us. Able to get reactivations on Korg, able to still get a presence there at the location with things like Jeff, things like Ghost Spider, pulling things to the side. Hub. Crossbones. Am I going to be able to get high tempo anything? I don't know. I think it's just Jeff here. Oh, the Ghost Spider and Iron Fist in hand. And a Morag. Combo dependent locations. I think it's actually going to be Jeff goes to Morag. I have a lot of ways to be able to kick other cards over to Luke's Bar. Less opportunities to be able to move cards into the right. Play you, discount, Miles. Do I want to do that now? Maybe I want to wait. Just play your Iron Fist. Just play your Korg. I get the Korg to stick this time. That moves anyway, but most likely going to play Hawk here. No Zabu, if only. Then I could have gotten Korg maybe one more round at Luke's Bar. Goes Lockjaw. Wanted to be able to see yeah, 2099 coming in to be able to combo with the Ghost Spider. Pop. Though, how was I imagining that was going to work? I'd have to play him to Morag and then move him to the side. Move you now. Nope, don't move you now because I want to play Black Bolt next. Alright. Wasp triggers, it's High Evo Lockjaw. Into Chavez, into Dracula. There's so many great targets for 2099. Oh, come on, man. Not like this. I take the rock out. I wish that he'd kept the rock, then the Dracula would have been bogged down a little bit better. You're running White Tiger in this Lockjaw? Oh, Wasp. Ooh, baby. You're saying there's a chance. Oh! It was right there. You're gonna be able to cut to the side, sucker punch the Dracula before he turned into anything great. I mean, even hitting the Tiger Spear there was gonna be fantastic. Had the presence in Luke's bar. It all came together, but we get no animation. Yes, 2099. Thank you. And Aunt Mary's. Oh, yes. I don't have to combo him with anything. I just throw him out to Aunt Mary's and get the ping. Saved. I've been waiting so long to be able to get a good showcase of what he is capable of doing. The deck's been winning, just have not been getting 2099 to the board, or if he does, he's not actually getting his ability off. So, I mean, words of caution to those watching. He is hard to be able to fit in. I feel like if you're going full move, you're going to be able to see his ability trigger more often, but then the deck overall, like the rest of the pieces around it, are not as reliable. You go Rockslide here, right? I think so. Now watch, my opponent's going to be some kind of funky Galactus. Trivialize my game plan all around. Who knows? He goes for the Ant Maze now. Most people go for it as early as possible. Oof. No combos? Okay, no combos for us. Dude. Is this the 2099 attempt? It is so iffy. But if it pops the buffed Sandman and then opens up all my combo potential into the final turn, I would be able to play Hawk and Miles together. And even if he just plays another card, additional card over here at Onslaught, would be able to kill that as well. He flips first, so it would be a valid target. Nope. Oh, here we go. All right, so I get the consolation prize of the Doombot. Yes! Sandman's going down. No restrictions for us. There are no strings on me. Ooh. Action. This is always... I hate this sound effect. It's too, it's like a horror game. Pop. You're looking at what? Odin? Just play Odin again? No. This is where it's at. 2099 got us here. It's all mid. Yes. 20 power Hawk. 24 power Hawk. Silk's going wherever she pleases. She's going to hop back again. Ooh. Pops on the Zola. Hold on. And then he gets the 2 additional... The flurry of Doombots. My opponent is reeling with the Doombot nerf. I'll still be ahead by 1. Would have still been able to cinch it up. So many Doombots. So here's the deck in all of its glory. If you want to be able to use your fancy 2099, I think this is going to be your best avenue at getting him to work and being able to find some value. It is really fun to be able to see him swing out, get a pivotal destruction. That can be incredible, and his opportunity of destroying some key build around cards that are otherwise not always available as targets for Shang-Chi or other destruction activations puts him into a very unique place. Because of that, you do have to pay a lot to be able to get him to work in terms of setting him up as a 4 cost and then also having to combo him alongside something else that feels slow, a little clunky. Very hard for me to recommend purchasing this card directly with tokens, especially with other more exciting cards on the horizon and dramatic changes coming to the token and card acquisition economy that is going to make having a stockpile of tokens feel pretty important, because your acquisition, the number of tokens that you're going to be receiving out of the collection track, is going to be cut down to just 10% of what it is right now. So spend very carefully, and in light of that, I'm going to give Spider-Man 2099 a pass. No, I would love to be proven wrong if there's a deck that emerges where he's really good in it. If you guys have ideas, let me know in the comments below. Till next time, thank you guys for watching. Keep on snapping.